So there's 5 different kinds of like how we deal with problems. Conflict resolution, we're going to figure it out. We're going to go to Justin and Kim and Shannon. Let's do it. Go, Justin.
All right, match each conflict resolution technique with the project manager's possible resolution for this issue. A team member expresses concern about a team behavior issue during a retrospective meeting. The member says that the group morale is affected by 2 team members who continuously criticize the high amount of requirements in each iteration. I need to move these cameras because I cannot read the full.
Okay.
So let's see. So you want me to go through and read the just the group, the ABC?
Yeah, so that's a weird one. Like, so 2 people are like griping, and then they got these 4. So these 5 different ways we can deal with it. Do you have any like have you ever thought about these, like withdrawal, smooth, compromise, force, collaborate? Like any idea what those things mean from a high level?
I mean, I can just use
context. Yeah,
context and kind of get it. I mean, obviously I'm not going to, in my opinion, withdraw or avoid the situation.
Right on. Yeah,
I don't want to smooth or accommodate because that's not going to fix the problem.
So let's talk through it from just like a generality standpoint. I like what you're doing. Okay. What in your mind, when you say like, hey, we have a conflict, if someone chose to withdraw or avoid, like what are they doing? Like it seems explanatory, but just walk it through us.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, they're just avoiding the problem. They're pretending like it's not there. They're not providing any feedback for the issue. They're essentially just leaving it alone, hoping it'll go away on its own.
Yeah, just kicking the can down the road, like it can blow up. So that's not a good thing. So now what we'll do first, we'll use you to recognize what these are, and then we'll, as a team, go through there and be like, which one is this? So, okay, kicking the can is withdrawal. What's smooth and accommodate? If like you and I were in a conflict and I was like, I'm just going to smooth and accommodate this thing, what would I be doing in the game?
I said to you, I placate you. I just more or less kind of agree with what you've got to say. I kind of go along with some of your ideas. I create less conflict between you and I. Basically, I accommodate you. I just choose to go with the flow I guess in the place of true resolution.
I love it. And that might create like a win-loss. Like I might feel like, dude, I'm winning everything, but you might just be like, I'm going to take the L here, but I'm not really solving anything.
Right.
So not so good. So that's kind of suboptimal. What about compromise and reconcile? How's that different?
Well, with compromise and reconcile, we take our differences of opinion or different ideas we have, and we review each other's, and we come together and we decide to meet in the middle. Neither party is really getting ideally the way they were looking at anything. It's, they're meeting in the middle. They're
so it could be loss or half win, like whatever, kind of like Congress, like they're just going to cut the thing in half and take it, whatever. Okay, I love it. Force and direct, let's hit that one.
That's essentially like where one party is just giving instruction, like telling the other party what they're going to do. They're not giving any options. There's no compromise. It's the opposite of taking that proverbial loss and letting that person feel like they have the win. You're essentially taking the win for yourself. You're deciding that this is the way it's going to be and enforcing that on the other party.
I love it. And then collaborate and problem solve, self-explanatory. We're like, we're going to find a creative way to do that. We're going to work together. We can do this. Like, awesome. Love it, dude. I love how you broke it down. We're going to bring in Kim. Kim, let's look at the first one and see like, which one should we draw a line to? Like which one? What do you think? Could you take that if you could, ma'am?
Wait, so recognize the team members' feelings regarding the high level of requirements. That seems recognize that you're just kind of going with it, acknowledging, smoothing. To me, that's a B.
That's a B. All right. Anybody disagree? Gayane, you say B as well. Love it. Why don't you take the next one, ma'am? What do you think the second one is? Go with number 2. If I said your name wrong, I apologize.
No, you're good. You're good. Thank you, Scott. Since all requirements were evaluated and organized by the full team, remind the team that the decision were theirs. I would go with pretty much force and direct.
Force and direct. Okay,
Yeah,
you're like,
because it's decision already made and you are just forcing and directing them to make those decisions that it was theirs.
okay, awesome. It's like you made this bed, you got to sleep in it. Like that's the way it goes. Douglas agrees. Emily, are you on board with that one? What are you thinking, Lincoln?
Did you say Emily?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I wrote down 2 is B actually.
Oh, 2 is B, like the smooth and accommodate thingy.
Well, I think it's smooth, but I don't think it's accommodate.
Here's the thing that's weird. I don't know why they did this, and I think it's a bad idea. They gave 2 words to like the same thing, and it's like, dude, how about 1 word? So like that it's basically the same. They're like together. They're like, well, if you think that 2 is B, what do you think 1 is?
I think 1 is A because I think it's just like, okay, that's how you feel. Doesn't sound like we're going to do anything about it.
Okay. All right. That's reasonable. Well, let's hang on to those. We know that you have a different opinion about or 1 and 2. What do you think about 3, Emily?
As soon as possible, allocate 1 or both of these members to a different project or initiative. I think that is force and direct.
It's like, dude, like, okay, like we're out of here. Okay. All right. Sweet. So you're forced and direct. So we got to have somebody else clear up the whatever. Anita, with 3, what do you think it is? There's a weird one.
With 3, I would have a line to my initial answer is A.
A. Okay. What about A? Like we're saying, as soon as possible, just send them off to like Neverland or whatever. Like
It just seems kind of extreme.
okay, it seems extreme. Okay. All right, I can dig it. Monica M. What did you say? You said, I'm trying to decode. What did you say for 3?
For 3, I said D, force direct, because it's specifically forcing those 2 individuals, saying 1 or both of them. And the only reason that I don't think that it's A is because I think A is more of the withdrawal, because it's just kind of like the project manager doesn't want to provide a resolution technique, but more along the lines of, hey, that was your decision.
Okay, that's reasonable. Why don't we hold on to it and we'll see what happens. Maybe the other ones will help clam on to some of them and we can make a decision. Why don't you, so cool. I'm going to go to someone else real quick just to spread the love. Let's go Teresa. Teresa, how about 4, please? Okay, no problem. Ty.
Hello.
Hello.
Number 4, reconsider the distribution of work among the whole team to ensure that the work is equably
I don't think
distributed.
it has in English. We'll keep going.
Whole team, reconsider the distribution. So that means that you're going to make a change, or at least you're considering a change among the whole team to make sure that everyone's happy. So redistribute possibly to make sure everyone has a fair amount of work. So to do that, I'm stuck between smooth and accommodate. Actually, I would say 4 would be smooth and accommodate.
You think 4 smooth and accommodate? Okay, so we'll put a B by it. Russell, what are you thinking about 4?
I believe it's going to be C, compromise or reconcile. I believe that you're just trying to compromise with the whole group and kind of, just kind of help everybody out. It's not a win-loss. It's almost you lose as much as you win in this one.
Yeah, we're gonna say like, hey, if you guys are all griping about the thing, we're gonna split it up. This. Okie dokie. You good now? Like, no more whining about the work and stuff. Okay, that's cool. I can dig it. I love it. Maybe we'll hang with that. I know some other people had some different ideas. Maybe. Let's go to 5. Let's go to Shannon. Did we already call on you? If not, go again. Regardless. And then Kimberly. Let's go Kimberly. Kimberly in. What are you thinking about 5?
Okay. So meet with the team to discuss requirement allocation and planning methodology. That requirement, I feel like that's problem solving. You're problem solving the requirement allocation. So
Okay. That seems reasonable. And like, now that we have those, does 3 feel okay with A? And if it doesn't, I got to unwind a lot of stuff, which I'm cool with, but try to do 3. What does 3, does 3 feel like A, Kimberly?
No, because not to me.
Yes.
Allocate, I don't want to mess it up or anything.
It doesn't matter, just lines. Ain't a big deal.
Allocate one or both of these members to a different project. To me, that's not what withdraw means to me. That allocate, yeah, you're actually doing something with it, and problem, you're like, would that be problem solving? I don't know. Allocate, that feels like a compromise to me.
Okay. Compromise. Okay.
Oh wait, no. Oh no. I would pick D, because you're making the decision and you're saying how it's gonna go. You're just like, this is what I'm doing. I'm allocating one or both of the members to a different project. It's done. Like, I'm just gonna tell you how it's gonna go. So to me, 3 is D.
3 is D. Justin says he can clean it up.
So Scott, this is Teresa. I couldn't get off mute in time.
Okay, go Teresa, then Justin. Don't worry. Go Teresa. Perfect.
Okay, so what I think 3 is, I think that they're just trying to avoid the problem. They just want to avoid it, not even have to deal with it. So I think 3 is A.
Yeah, you're just like, hey, these people are upset because, I mean, maybe Teresa, there's an underlying issue here. Like either. Go ahead.
Yeah, I say, yeah, that possibly could be the problem too. There's an underlying issue between the 2 of them.
There could be that, or maybe there's Justin. I want to steal Justin's thunder. So you're on 3 and A. Okay, cool. Justin, what were you saying, sir? You gotta get off mute.
I support that, just essentially because if you look at, as soon as possible, allocate one or both team members to a different project or initiative, you're not approaching either team member. You're essentially reorganizing the schedule and the layout you're avoiding the situation entirely, taking the risk that through a future process, these 2 people could come back together. So you're not actually solving anything. You're avoiding it by changing the process, by the schedule.
Yeah, you're not having hard conversations. You're not trying to find a solution. You're not compromising anything. You're just saying, there's a problem. These people are a problem. I don't want anything to do with it. I just make it go away. Just like literally go away.
Yeah, I just think they're just trying to get rid of it. They want it out. Just get rid of it. Don't have to deal with it anymore.
Yes.
Hey, Scott, can I change my answer to this is Ty? So originally I said B, but I do agree with C now, because again, reconsider and reconcile seems synonymous to me after listening to all of that.
Love it. Now, I don't know if we're going to remember what it was on there, but here's what it says. Okay, so avoid, it says, as soon as possible, allocate both to another project. Just get them out of my hair. I don't have the time or effort, whatever, to deal with these people.
Yeah.
Okay. Smooth and accommodate, recognize their feeling, like, hey, let me understand how you're feeling. Like, that might not be a bad place to, like, hey, tell me how you're feeling, whatever, and then boom, move into something else. But just doing that, I don't know what we've done. Maybe they feel heard now, but I don't know. Compromise, did we get it right? Cut up the work so it's more equitably distributed. Cool. Force and direct. This is one, it seems like we could be forcefuler, but we're evaluated. Say it's your decision. You already did this. Like, you're stuck with it. You made this decision. It's yours. In a sense, we're like pushing it back on them. Okay. And then collaborate and problem solve, work with them, figure it out. So that's good. That's cool. All right. That's awesome. We do not have enough time to do a math problem, but that's it. Everybody did super duper good. We have some people that are just checking out the call, some other things. There's a good amount of people here. It's grown a little bit, but we're getting ready to graduate a ton. If people would be interested, I can put you in Sandy's call for a week or so. We get the, get a new idea. If you want to, let me know. Otherwise, next week I can start a little earlier and other people can go on. I'll give you some extra time if that's okay. I'll just start 30 minutes earlier. All right. Good job, y'all. See you later, alligators. Bye-bye.
All right.
Thank you.